Mark Robinson, the Lieutenant Governor of North Carolina, he is running for governor right now, folks. And there is an urgent effort to get him out of the race. Sir, remain strong. He can win this thing. And winning it just might be pivotal for Donald Trump winning North Carolina. It is a phony baloney scandal. I'll get to it in a second. But first, this is how this guy arrived on the scene. A regular dude with a job and with concerns about his Second Amendment rights. He showed up at a town hall meeting and had a few things to say about some of the unconstitutional laws they were throwing around.
What I want to know is, when are you all going to start standing up for the majority? You want to turn around and restrict my right, constitutional right that's spelled out in black and white. You want to restrict my right to buy a firearm and protect myself. I am the majority. The majority of the people in this city are law-abiding, and they follow the law. And they want their constitutional right to be able to bear arms. The bottom line is, when that Second Amendment was written, whether the framers liked it or not, they wrote it for everybody. And I am everybody.
I love it. I love it. That went viral. It catapulted him into political stardom. He is now the lieutenant governor, might be the next governor if he doesn't drop out. And there's pressure to drop out, but he says he's not going to do it. Please, sir. I don't think he is, actually. Now, why? What happened? This. A fake news story about some internet activity he may or may not have had on a pornography site 10 years ago. Like, that's going to shock anybody, really, in this day and age. It's not, and quite frankly, it shouldn't. I'll talk about that in a moment. What's really, let's be real here, okay? He made this statement just a little while ago.
Folks, this race right now, our opponents are desperate to shift the focus here from the substantive issues and focus on what you are concerned with to salacious tabloid trash. We cannot allow that to happen. And folks, we've seen this type of stuff in the past as well. Clarence Thomas famously once said he was the victim of a high-tech lynching. Well, it looks like Mark Robinson is too.
Yeah, they did do that. You know what they did to Clarence Thomas? They went to the video store to find out what he was renting. And they put that in the newspaper. Oh, there may have been adult films in that list. Oh, boy, this is an adult website from 10 years ago, and he may or may not have made a comment on it. Pornography has exploded, okay? It's not exactly taboo. Maybe it should be. People get hooked on this stuff. This is the great thing about Mark Robinson, though, and quite frankly, MAGA in general. The sexualization of kids is completely totally offensive and wrong to all of us. And this is Democratic mainstream policy right now. I don't care what the guy may have said or not have said. I don't hold it against him. It's none of my business or yours or anybody else's. So let's get real here. And good luck, Lieutenant Governor, soon to be governor, I hope, Mark Robinson. All right, moving on. Strangely, he is still the president. Talk about a lame duck, right? You never see him. You never hear about him. Nobody ever, just, it's like an afterthought at best. But he's still Joe, and he still technically has power. You heard that the Federal Reserve dropped interest rates earlier this week. Jerome Powell, chair of the U.S. Federal Reserve, 0.5 point, right? Was it 0.5 point? Anyway, Biden is bragging about the economy by lying about it, right? There's not much to brag about. And Joe being Joe, he just doesn't not lie ever.
And unlike my predecessor, I respect the Federal Reserve's independence as they pursued its mandate to bring inflation down. That independence has served the country well. And by the way, I've never once spoken to the chairman of the Fed.
Not once. Not a joke. Well, what do you think we found after about 5 seconds of research?
First, I want to begin by congratulating you, Mr. Chairman, on your recent confirmation of a second term, along with Drs. Brainerd and Cook and Jefferson, recent confirmations.
Jerome Powell, Federal Reserve, having a chat with the president, and then the cameras leave and it's closed doors. And that wasn't the only one, all right? He routinely engaged this guy. And what does the White House do when Joe gets busted in a lie? Oh, did he say talking? We thought you meant talking. Watch.
Can you clarify the president's remarks there and why did he say that?
Sure. The president was saying that he has not spoken to Chair Powell about interest rates.
Oh, he spoke to him, but not about that. What the hell else are you going to talk to the Federal Reserve guy about, huh? Anyway, will this go down as a lie against Joe? Are they keeping track of all the lies for Joe Biden? Of course not. This is just Joe. This is just Joe. It's just Joe. Meanwhile, Donald Trump tells so many lies, right? How many? 50,000 lies? Remember when the Clemson football team, won the great big, they won the big division conference or whatever it is. I'm not a big sports guy. What can I tell you? Am I missing out? I don't think so. I have extra time on my hands. But anyway, they came to the White House for a great big celebration. And it was during the government shutdown. If you've ever been to the White House, the best part of going to the White House is the food. I mean, they have the most exotic and incredible desserts, and it's just, it's wild. So they had no chefs. So they went out and they bought a bunch of hamburgers from McDonald's and Burger King, and the team loved it. And President Trump was really kind of into it, right? And what do? You got to do something if you're entertaining the big team, right? This is what President Trump said about it all.
Send out for about 1,000 hamburgers, Big Macs. So we bought 1,000. Burger King, all American companies. We literally have, and I don't know, have they started eating and devouring? I wanted to see, so it was piled up a mile high.
Did he say a mile high? He said a mile high. Is that technically true? Let's add it up. They put this on the list of all the thousands of, and they're not falsehoods, by the way. What was the total that they came up with? 30,573. If he said something like, it was a mile high, that is, he's not being literal, folks. According to our account, Trump spent almost $3,000 on feeding the team. This total includes 319 sandwiches, 177 which were hamburgers. And look at this. The most obnoxious and stupid people in the world. At 2 inches each, 1,000 burgers would not reach 1 mile high. Busted in another lie. They tell themselves. All right, that is pretty awful, isn't it? And the same goes for her running mate, huh? You know who's really disqualified? Not only him, but her. She has no business. And there was something that did not receive adequate attention at that debate. I know she got a couple of zingers in and seemed to be strangely confident, almost as if, I don't know. How many phone calls were there between the Harris campaign and her friends, literal friends at ABC News? She said this, which was absolutely untrue.
And as of today, there is not one member of the United States military who is in active duty in a combat zone in any war zone around the world, the first time this century.
What a disrespectful and wrong thing to say. Shall we put up the map? It's like 21 countries on this thing. Serbia, Montenegro, Albania, Kosovo, Turkey, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Pakistan, Lebanon, Jordan, Iraq, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Qatar. These people get combat pay. They get extra pay for being there because it's hazardous. And she doesn't know that? So what is she doing when she's hanging around the Situation Room? She's posing. She's pretending to be some sort of important person, right? It's all an act. She's not. How about when she goes to these special briefings and it's just a show. It's theater. She's not listening. She's flirting. She's having the time of her life, shaking hands and telling stories. She's not qualified for this job, and everybody knows it. They just set her up to look like, ooh, isn't this special? A woman is saluting and getting saluted back, and she's vice president. Take a look. Ooh, isn't that impressive? Madam Vice President. Ooh, they make TV shows and movies about this stuff. Isn't that chic? Isn't that special? Isn't that meaningless? It doesn't matter the gender. She is disqualified.